administration, we have sent billions to Ukraine to protect their borders, even as we have opened our own to the world. Why are we doing this exactly? Well, as Joe Biden has told us repeatedly, doing his Winston Churchill imitation, we're doing it to protect democracy. But of course, the irony here is Ukraine is not a democracy in any recognizable sense. The Ukrainian government has banned media outlets that are hostile to it. They've also shut down opposition parties. They arrested the main opposition leader. That's a democracy? So because we allowed that to happen, in fact, we funded it all, now the Ukrainian government has decided that they can impose censorship in our country. The Ukrainian government has issued a blacklist of so-called Russian propagandists, Americans. That list includes Rand Paul, Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky, Tulsi Gabbard, who's serving in the U.S. military, and Glenn Greenwald, among many others. So we thought we'd speak to a couple of them. Starting off tonight, Glenn Greenwald. He's an independent journalist. His work is on Substack, among other places. Glenn, thanks so much for coming on. So you're being blacklisted by the Ukrainian government, which is a beacon of democracy. Tell us how this works.
Yeah, I thought President Zelensky had a war to run. Apparently, he has a lot of time to watch the Morning Joe show on MSNBC, where they sit around for hours accusing everybody they want to discredit of being a Kremlin agent and teaching American liberals how to do the same. You know, it's easy to mock, but it's actually quite outrageous, Tucker. The Ukrainians have a conflict with this neighboring country in Russia. They're totally free to pursue whatever war policies they want. They can fight Russia for the next 10 years if they choose. But that's not what they're doing. They're begging and, in a sense, demanding that other countries, including my own, the United States, provide them with a seemingly endless supply of weapons and money, which means we not only have the right but the obligation to debate that and ask whether that's in the interest of the American people to do. And so for Zelensky to essentially try and export the repression he's imposed in his own country here to the United States by shutting down debate and accusing those of us asking questions of being Kremlin agents or Russian propagandists takes incredible gall, while he's also demanding that we turn over all our money and weapons to him at the same time.
This is the guy George W. Bush described as the George Washington of our age. I haven't heard really anybody in Washington say a single word about this.
Yeah, from the beginning, as you know as well as anybody, Tucker, there was a very concerted effort to eliminate all space to ask any questions. Anyone who asked the question of whether we should do more to prevent the war diplomatically, like Tulsi Gabbard, or whether we should risk our own money and a potential nuclear exchange with Russia over Ukrainian border disputes, got called a Kremlin agent or a Russian asset. And this is the strategy that they're using to try and prevent us in the United States from exercising our freedom to debate what role our government should play in that war.
Exactly. In the name of democracy, they shut it down. Glenn Greenwald, thank you so much for that.
Thanks, Tucker.
So Tulsi Gabbard is also on this